They did it again!
Guys, Silksong is so good. I told myself I wasn't going to make a video about this game, and I was just going to play it on my own time. But I can't. It's so good. I have to talk about this game. First off, I gotta say, this is like my first impressions. I'm about 4 hours into this game. I know it's a little late for first impressions considering the game's been out for 2 weeks, but like I played it for the first time this weekend. Anyways, wow. Like I knew the game was going to be good. I had full faith that this game's going to be good. It's fantastic. This might be game of the year 2025. I haven't played many 2025 releases, but I really don't see anything that comes out stacking up above this. And I see why this game took 7 years to make. I don't know. There's a couple bugs everywhere, so maybe it could use a little bit more time ironing that out. But besides that, it's a very polished game. And oh, the art, man, it's beautiful. Team Cherry did it again. I don't think there was a single person actually doubting that this game would be good. It was just when it was going to come out, or if it was even going to come out. I did see that they said this game took so long to come out because they were having too much fun making the game. And if you know the gaming industry, that doesn't happen anymore. So like, props for them for finding a development cycle that is healthy and doesn't make them hate their lives. That's good. 3 people, by the way. Yeah, if you didn't know, this game was made by 3 people, 2 programmers and 1 person to do the art. Just crazy. $20 too, and right now $20. So you can either get this game or a singular Donkey Kong level and a side mode. Take your pick. Okay, let's actually talk about the game. I'm not just going to ramble. I wasn't really sure how they were going to expand on Hollow Knight. That just didn't feel like more Hollow Knight, which that would have been perfectly fine too. But the changes they made are great. And the thing that sticks out to me the most is just how fluid Hornet moves. Oh my god, it's great. I'm pretty sure her just general walking speed is faster than the Knight's was in the first game. The slash attack down, it's at a 45-degree angle this time instead of just straight down, which is a little weird to get used to be honest. I'm not fully used to it just because I haven't been able to tell like how long it goes. But when you hit it, it propels you back in the air just like it did in the original game. But since you're at an angle, it also builds a little bit of momentum, so you can just like hop around in the air, hit enemies multiple times. It's a little weird to get used to, I will not lie, especially if you played the first game, which if you haven't, play it. It's $15. This game's $20. Getting a little spoilers, nothing major, but just like the first game, a lot of the starting unlocks focus on movement, and you unlock a dash where you just sprint, and it cuts out so much time. It's so nice, and you don't notice it until you get the dash, but so many of the rooms are set up for once you explore it, you can just dash through it because you'll know the setup, and they have enough space where it's set up where you can just keep going, and cuts out a lot of the fat of backtracking, and it's so nice. It also serves as a dodge roll. You just hit the button and like Hornet will dive forward, and that's usually how she starts her sprinting. But if you don't hold it down, then it's just a dive. So you can jump it. Oh, her boss comes to attack you, dive backwards. It just adds the fluidity of the movement, and it feels so much nicer than Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight's dash, it was nice, but it was just a straightforward instant stop where Hornet keeps the momentum. They also reworked how charms work. So in the original game, you just had a certain amount of charm slots, and then your charms would take up a certain amount of those slots. You could take builds off of that, where now there's sections of charms. So you can have one charm in each section, and they're called tools now. So you can have like one blue tool, one red tool, one yellow tool. So it's a little bit more limiting, but also it allows them to build more combos with the tools. And so far, I haven't had any issues with it. There's never been a time where there's an overlap, like, oh, I want this one and this one, but they go in the same slot. I don't know if you can unlock things to have like 2 yellow charms yet. I'm not that far in the game. That would be cool. Also, they added this new thing called Wishes, which is like a side quest system. It's also, you unlock things with it from what I've seen. Like, you unlock a way to hover in the air and like get blown up by wind, and you do that by completing a side quest, which is a wish, and you have to go collect items from enemies, which is something I don't really remember from the original game besides like the dream stuff, but I didn't get too into that. But I think it's a great way to expand that idea and put it throughout the game more and help you unlock actual things instead of just being like side content. Don't know what's really going on in the story. Hornet got kidnapped or something because she's one of the only people that can produce silk, which I do like that it's not just like an, oh, it's another virus and it's taking over. I think it would have been a little lame if that was just what was happening. Good way of keeping it fresh. Also, Hornet speaks. Like, obviously there isn't voice acting because like the bugs have their own languages, but it's nice that they didn't switch Hornet to a silent protagonist in this game. That would be a little weird considering she talked in the original. Switching topics a little bit, I do think Team Cherry did a better job of flowing the areas of the world together more. In the original game, especially the starting area, I got lost so easily, where in this one it's almost easier to find the person who sells you the map, and then along with that, the different sections of the map flow into each other more. Maybe it's because I've played more Metrovanias, but I noticed in Hollow Knight, I'd run into like oh, here's the closed gate, and now you have to find your way around it. Where on Silksong, more naturally, I don't even run into the gate. I'm like, oh, I probably have to go up here and go around instead of just straight ahead. That could just be because I've played more Metrovanias, or maybe they're just better at pointing to the correct way. Because then I'll make my way around the wall and be like, oh, there was a wall here. This was supposed to be a challenge. I thought this was just what the regular path was, which is cool because then it's kind of like, oh, you did the hard part. Now you can just cut through next time. And you didn't even realize that you were unlocking that for yourself. We have to talk about the bosses, of course, and they didn't miss. They were never going to miss, but they're a lot more cinematic this time. Like, there's a giant robot, and the first time you're passing through, it's like, oh, okay, this is definitely going to be a boss. But then you kind of forget about it, and when you come back, boom, it's super cinematic. There's like shooting lava and everywhere, and I think they did a good job of balancing the bosses now, where they're still tough, but it's not like demoralizing. Like, you always want to get back and be like, okay, yeah, I can do this. Like, I can learn the patterns. And I think some of that goes back to like the more fluid moment. You can have ways to work around the bosses now that you didn't really have in the original game, at least not till the late game. I think the fluidity of the movement makes the bosses feel more engaging because you always feel like you're not out of options. Like, oh, I can escape this and I can keep fighting, which helps to make them so you don't want to just quit the game. But yeah, I just had to ramble about this game. Play Silksong. It's $20. Just play the game. See you in the next one if I do. Subscribe if you want to. I'm going to go play more Silksong. Okay, bye.